Hi, my name is AJ Velocity, and I'm going to be talking about the new rule changes in the NFL and how it's ruining the game. Imagine growing up watching the sport you love being changed by the second. Every year the NFL has a new rule change or rule that ruins the game. The NFL needs to stop changing rules and making new ones to protect the well-being of the organization and also keep fan bases intact. In 2018, there were 202 roughing the passer penalties, compared to 58 10 years earlier. Making this point, I will show the cons of how these rule changes are making the NFL worse every day and how it can lead to the NFL losing money. The first rule I'll talk about is pass interference. According to NFL.com, the idea of pass interference by either team when any act by a player more than 1 yard beyond the line of scrimmage significantly hinders an eligible player's opportunity to catch the ball. It's usually talking about a defender committing the penalty. More recently, however, it has become a spot foul penalty, meaning it is wherever the penalty occurred, that is where the offense will get the ball. And it is an automatic first down. This creates 15, 20, and at the absolute most, 40-plus yard penalties. This penalty can be devastating because any contact by a defensive player before or during the ball being thrown can lead to an unfair advantage for the offense. Because the offense can just throw a long pass up in the air and hope that the penalty gets called and they get the ball on the opposite side of the field. The second rule I'll talk about is roughing the passer. In gridiron football, roughing the passer, usually the quarterback, is hitting the quarterback after the ball is thrown. Touching the quarterback while he has the ball, attempting a quarterback sack, is a permitted act of defense. Even if the ball was just released, it is still allowed. Recently, it has been changed that if you hit the quarterback immediately after the ball has been released, it is now a penalty. Before you had a grace period. Now, as soon as the ball is out of the hand, you hit the quarterback, you're getting a penalty. Like I said earlier, there are 202 roughing the passer penalties this season compared to 58 10 years ago. That's almost double the amount. No, it's double the amount and more. The third rule I'm going to talk about is targeting. Now football referees will stop the game immediately to review a penalty and someone facing an ejection from the game for targeting defenseless opponents above the shoulder or using the crown of their helmet to contact an opponent. They have now changed it so that even shoulder to helmet hits are considered targeting, even if it was unintentional. In my opinion, this is the worst rule, mostly because it takes players out of the game that they work so hard and train so hard to be in. Now that we know the rules and changes, let's talk about what it's doing to the NFL. The pros of these rules and changes is it keeps players safer and can keep them in the NFL longer. It's also a good way at showing development. So there's a problem, they've seen an issue, they're right on top of it with a new solution. While there's pros, there's always going to be cons. Although change is a good thing, I strongly disagree with the changes being made in the NFL. They are completely changing the sport and taking a lot of physicality out of the game. NFL players have been playing the game their whole lives a certain way. Now they get to the NFL and can no longer do the things that got them to that point. This is going to sprout issues in the game. These players know what they signed up for when they put the helmet on, and we just gotta let the boys play ball. According to the NFL penalty tracker, over $201,000 worth of fines were given out in 2017 because of roughing the passer. That is more than an average American will make in a year. This is unfair to the player because they work their tail off to get to where they are, just to get fined for doing what they've been taught to do their whole life. Attack the guy with the ball. Last year, the NFL had an average of 19.3 million viewers. And from new rule changes this year, it is now down to 18.6 million viewers, according to recode.net. This is a lot of viewers, which means they are losing fans and money. Trends like these are something you should look at and see growth, but you're not seeing it in the NFL viewing because of the ridiculous new rules. Rule changes and overall changes to the game may not always be what's best for the organization. Imagine growing up, becoming a great athlete, and competing at the highest level, just to be told not to do the things you've done your whole life that got you into the NFL. Ask yourself how you would feel about that. Thank you.